that be?
Well, hello and good evening, everyone. Firefly Season 1, Episode 6. Our Mrs. Reynolds first aired back in 2002, but here in 2026 on Live Long and Podcast, we're just getting started. Whether you're joining us live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, catching the audio version wherever you get your podcasts, our mission to watch every episode of Firefly continues. One unexpected marriage, one con artist, and one near-death encounter with a ship scrapper at a time. And I'm your host, Dave Mader. Tonight's episode takes us deep into the Rim. Serenity delivers cattle to a remote settlement, only to be caught in a sudden gunfight, and that which left them with our captain married to a con artist. And we're going to break it all down as we jump into the verse. Well, maybe first we'll like to introduce a new panelist here. A longtime viewer, supporter, and now officially part of the Live Long and Podcast family. This videographer, editor from Indiana, loves sci-fi, fantasy, and any story with real heart. Firefly's right in his wheelhouse, and he brings a gamer's instincts, a sharp eye, and one simple rule. Don't be an asshole, and life can be good. It's Jim the Casual Noland.
Hello, everyone. Finally, it's official. Yay!
Yes, welcome, Jim. Jim and I finally spoke in real, with our real voices and faces to each other in our trivial debates, a great Babylon 5 trivial debates. So welcome, Jim. This man knows his stuff.
What was the subject?
Babylon 5.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with that. What is that?
Of course not. You've got to be well-read, I suppose.
Well-read. Okay.
Well-read.
Okay.
Next up, the biggest Firefly fanboy you have ever met. They call him Mr. Firefly, and he pretends he doesn't like it. He's in the engineer's chair tonight, questioning every tactical choice, Mal's trust, Saffron's sabotage, and the crew's scramble to regain control of the ship. If there's a flaw in the plan, he's calling it out. Jody Simpson, everyone.
I don't understand what the issue is here. You wake up, you're married to Christina Hendricks. This doesn't seem like a problem for me.
Yeah, Jane thought it was great. He wanted to trade his favorite gun.
Yeah.
If you can do
What's
that.
What's his favorite gun's name again?
Vera.
Vera.
Don't forget
about
Mr.
Vera.
Firefly didn't know that?
No, because I'm not Mr. Firefly.
Well, there might be someone here to claim your title now, Jody. I don't know.
I can't wait.
Can you even hold on to it? She's tuned into every emotional beat, Saffron's act, Mal's confusion, and Inara's frustration, the crew's reaction as the truth comes out. When an episode misses charm with danger, she feels every moment. It's the great Narduzzi, Heather Narduzzi.
Hello, and welcome to everybody. And we've got a great comment from Draven. On tonight's episode of These People Don't Like Firefly, the gang does not like Firefly. But you know what? We've got Jim on board now and Mr. Firefly. So there's going to be some Firefly like
they're going to outnumber us before we know it.
I really, really enjoy the show. So finally, it's now a grand total of 3 people that like it.
It's like you and World Mind and sometimes Jody.
I like it way more than I like Babylon 5.
Oh,
well, there's no accounting for taste. All right, next up, he's tuned into every moral dilemma, Mal's sense of honor, the ethics of deception, the question of trust in a world where everyone has an angle. When principle collides with manipulation, he has thoughts. Kevin Millard.
Do I? I'm excited to talk with people who actually enjoy this show. I think this would be a good episode if I like this show.
There you go, everyone.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Kevin.
High praise. Here's maybe the next biggest Firefly fanboy you've ever met. Following the money, the motives, and the economics of the frontier, Saffron's con, the value of a stolen ship, and the business model of murderous scrappers. If someone is hiding the real story, he's already found the leak. Adam Woodward.
Hey guys, Jim, welcome.
Hello.
And I think I'll surprise you tonight, guys. I enjoyed it.
I live to be surprised by Adam. Yeah, he likes the episode, everyone.
I'm not convinced.
sorry.
You know what? I still don't
Did you just say
understand.
there are 5 lights? Because that's about the same as you saying you liked it.
I have a question. I
full
still don't
lights.
understand. Sorry, thank you. I don't
You're
understand the
welcome.
order of this whole thing because I just looked on IMDb. This is the 3rd episode.
No.
No,
in what they
Oh,
aired.
God.
we've explained this 100 times now.
Season 1, episode 3.
Yes,
No,
that was the
Ep-
broadcast order.
it's episode 6.
Fox.
Well, I know. I didn't watch it when it was 3, so we're good. Jody, thank you.
We
for
have
reminding
this
me.
argument every week, and I don't think we're ever going to solve it. So
Fine,
it's,
I just
it's
want to
okay.
know. I get confused with this, but
Just
anyway,
go by the name. We'll just go by the episode name. Even having numbers on these is a little bit, silly because they're all over the place. We're talking about our Mrs. Reynolds, whatever episode number that is for you. And
It's our Mrs. Reynolds. I watched it. We're good.
Good.
I'm tuned in, Dave.
yes,
tuned
good. And of course, our final panels tonight, coming in here, always tracking the fault lines, tracking the strategic fallout, Saffron's motives, her history as a con artist, and the implications of Serenity nearly being destroyed by scrappers. If there's a power shifting brewing, he's already mapping fault lines. Jeff Mater.
All the fault lines. You know what? My wife, who loved this show when it was out, I said to her before I came down to jump on with you guys, I said, this is the first episode I enjoyed. It took 6, but I enjoyed this episode. And you know what? It made me think of Adam. You know why, Adam? Because they
Why?
were in space. And it took them 6 episodes to do an episode in space.
Yeah, but
No, they did the other one at space, the one he liked, the one you missed, Jeff. That was.
Oh,
the
I
other
missed one. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's right. So,
Yeah.
but yes, I was like, you know what? Yeah, give me more space stuff. And it was a good bottle. It reminded me a lot of Star Trek this episode. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Can we get an email address for the hate just so I can put you 3 down, and then that way I don't have to be lumped in with you guys anymore?
for the lovers or the haters, Jody?
I'd rather be with the lovers than the haters.
A little bit.
I
of a
was,
difference.
I was giving it praise. I was saying it was good.
I know.
And last week, Jeff was about to kill this show. Like he was about to write it off. Like I'm not watching anymore. So
I was a -1. I was down.
Yes.
Stargazer says, I raise my hand to liking it. And Stargazer also says, I really appreciate you taking the chance on this show and reviewing it. Whether you like it or not, it's appreciated.
Well, thank you. And we're trying to be fair with the show. If you like it, you like it. You don't, and tell us why. And we can, and sometimes we won't come to a conclusion. We don't need to just make the fanboys happy. If they if we're happy to agree, then that's great. We're talking
I
about
would say fanboys and fangirls, but
fan
it's
people.
fanboys.
Fan people.
There's a lot of girls too that like it.
Sure. I was
Yeah.
not trying to say only boys would like it. And
I
then
like him. He's already telling off Nerd Dog. I like it.
of course, this is whatever episode number of Firefly for you. I'm going the 6 in our order here in the podcast. This aired October 4th, 2002. Written by Joss Whedon. Another episode written by him. Directed by
You can tell.
Yeah, you could tell. Vondi Curtis Hall in a few places. In particular, there's one moment in particular I was like, this is so dumb. Or this is so Whedon. But yes, in this episode, after completing a job for a small settlement, Mal learns he has accidentally married a young woman named Saffron. Though she appears innocent and eager to please, Saffron is a skilled con artist. She incapacitates Mal, sabotages Serenity, and sets the ship on a collision course with deadly scrappers before she flees, and the crew barely survives. And then at the end, Mal finds her on some ski resort planet, I guess, or something. And and Christina Hendricks is famously the guest star in this episode, playing the Saffron, the woman who marries him. And I guess, it was always a mark. Mal was always the mark. And there was always, I guess, this plan to sort of send Serenity and the crew to their deaths and make a profit here. So, I think, what else has Christina Hendricks been in? Like Mad Men.
Yeah.
Good Girls.
Right. She was really strong guest star here. This was,
You know,
very
who
much.
she reminded me in this episode. She reminded me of Seska.
Yeah, I see it.
Seska from Voyager.
Yeah.
There was interesting things here. I guess, so I did kind of like the episode too. I thought it was interesting. He's drunk one night at this party, and then he goes through some stupid marriage ritual. He doesn't realize that he's married. I kind of knew that this was going to turn bad, or she was going to turn bad, already coming into it. Although, I wish I didn't know that, because I think it was she did a good job of playing like the about face character here.
I was looking up how old Christina Hendricks was when they filmed this episode, as I was at the start of it, and I got spoiled on the fact that she got, which I was really disappointed about, because at the start of it, I was like, ugh, I hate this naive wanting to please. Oh, you're my master trope. Get out of here, Whedon. But it would have been cool if I hadn't gotten spoiled on that. She does a fine job in this episode. She's excellent.
She was 27 when she.
I got spoiled too, because I started with episode 11, and she's also in that episode.
Yes,
the way
spoilers.
Now you spoiled all of us, Kevin.
Yeah. So she's a recurring character. Okay.
Okay, Kevin, that's all we want to know.
Not that recurring, but
All 2 times.
Oh, 2 times. Well, in how many? 13 episodes in this whole season, right? So that's a pretty good percentage. It's going along, and then she pulls the stunt here. She takes Mal down with the poison, and then the whole scene there with her and Inara, where they're flirting with each other just before the red alert sounds and everything else, I thought was kind of a really fun moment with those two.
Jody, was that the part you were referring to as being very Whedon, queer baiting and never that's what I thought, and
totally.
not resolving it.
Yeah, there's never resolution, because in Joss Whedon's world, we don't need resolution on that. But
the moment that I did not like as much, the moment that really stuck out to me, was the whole when Inara goes to check on Mal and he's passed out in his bunk there, and then she falls down and she needs to kiss him, and she's so happy he's alive. I thought that was a little out of character for her. I was like, maybe she'd be concerned about his well-being, but to give him a big old,
laying it on pretty thick.
Yeah. And even her jealousy leading up to it, or what, I guess that was jealousy, that's what, her issue with Mal now being married, so to speak. And the way she reacts to it felt
saying it like it's a bad thing.
Well, it just didn't seem like that didn't seem in character for her either. Maybe it is. Maybe it's she's got such a crush on the captain, and he's such a manly guy, and he did fight a duel for her, so maybe she has a soft spot in her heart for him, but she also seems to hate him. I don't know.
I find it very obviously that Mal is Whedon's self-insert. He's the hero. He's the cool guy. He gets to make all the jokes. He gets the girl, all of that stuff, and it can be a little much sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's the way I'm reading a lot of it too, when I'm watching it. I
don't really look at him as being a hero. I look at him as more being, better good than bad, I guess. But overall, he's still a dick. We see many occasions where he's a dick.
He's definitely designed, but on purpose to be kind of an anti-hero, not Mr. Always does the right thing. He kind of does the right thing. He's kind of an outlaw, but that's part of his appeal, right?
And sometimes he can be convinced into doing the right thing.
Right.
But
Dave, the way you were describing that scene with Inara coming down and, overreacting to Mal, the way you describe it, I kind of agree that it's a little bit much here. And my first thought was it's almost like it's a scene that should have happened later on in the season, after a lot more development between the two of them, to actually maybe like throw in hints of a stronger relationship between the two, and then this sprung up marriage happens, and then that's what led her to react the way that she did. But maybe it was like, crunch time, and Whedon just like, well, I had this scene in mind for later on. Screw it, let's put it here.
Yeah, well, and how they decided what order they aired these episodes in is something would be kind of interesting to look into, because Adam said it
was a dice roll.
They went
Dark
third with
Lord.
this.
This was the third episode that broadcast, yes.
But that's even stranger to me, because then you're like, then it's even like, especially the Inara and Mal of it all, right?
Can I say something there?
That's why people say that. Oh, sorry.
Sure.
I might have even liked this show a little earlier if they had done that, like if it would be number 3.
Well, maybe they were like, we're testing this on a bunch of Adams, and Adam is like, it's clearly this is the
Adams.
episode. Or
I wouldn't have got here, honestly. I would have stopped it, anyway.
Yeah. Well, maybe that was like, this is the best order that keeps the audience's attention, etc.
Or Fox just tried to bury it.
Draven says love-hate relationships were big in the 2000s. Absolutely.
This is
Very true.
This is
Will
true.
they? Won't they? Will they? Won't they?
Yeah,
too?
yeah. Totally.
Like,
Friends.
well,
I
even you
blame
go back to like
Friends.
Sam and Diane, I guess, on Cheers before
Yeah.
that, right?
Yes, will
Spock
they,
and
won't they
Chapel.
has always been, but I think it's a little out of fashion, and with good reason now, for women to suddenly give in to their attraction to this guy who's been nothing but an asshole to them the whole time, Like that's not really, we don't see that as much anymore, which is nice. Not that he's been an asshole to her the whole time, but he straight up calls her a whore twice in the pilot.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, but that's her profession.
But that's
No,
not the
she's
name of.
companion.
She's still a whore. It's the same
Oh.
thing.
Whoa, Jody.
All right, now are you trying to start an international incident?
He
here?
I'm
is trying
trying.
to start a fight. You're
I'm
lucky
trying.
you're in Burlington, my friend.
What? Well, you don't tell them where I am, Heather. Jesus.
Well, I think the relationship has been developed though here, where we had like last or 2 episodes ago, she had the chance to
shindig.
go with some jerk that was
Yeah.
trying to like basically buy her, and like he was like saying, "Oh, I'm going to save you," and then she still chose Mal over that, obviously, and she wanted to stay on the ship. So I think there's like some precedent for her feeling her this way toward Mal, right? There's not. It's not like out of nowhere,
Yeah, it
So-
didn't seem out of place to me,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
or
fine
even
to
over
me,
the
but-
top. Yeah.
Well, the thing.
I agree with Jim, though. If this had appeared a little later
Yeah.
in the run,
Yeah.
it would have
It would have
seemed
meant
more
more.
natural to me
Yeah.
with further development.
Well,
Build it
it's
up
also-
more.
As like to tack on to like how Mal's been quite hostile towards companions and everything like that, and Inara working in such a thing. But on the other hand, I just don't understand. Like it's like this whole trope that used to be like if a boy is being mean to you, there actually means they like you, and
Right.
like this is how they show you that or something. I don't know.
Like in Dirty Work, she doesn't hate you; she's mad at you.
There's a difference. Right. Yeah, not so much. Doesn't really work. Never did, I think, but I guess it was a thing you saw over and over again in Hollywood.
Worked
But
for
this
me.
is another thing that we're seeing now, and this whole the characters. Everybody knows that Mal is like he's going to make somebody cry. It's now
Yeah.
becoming a standard joke, right? He's made somebody cry this episode. Oh well.
Well, yeah, he usually makes some.
I don't know if that's actually kind of a fair statement for this episode, because that's kind of her ploy is to like work the emotions of.
Yeah, but the cast doesn't know that at this point. I mean, so
yeah, but I think that when her and Inara have their interaction, and she goes, "Oh, your training's really good." I think like the entire point of her emotionally manipulating everybody to feel sorry for her is the basically like her trump card to try and get as much access to the ship as she needs. I
Mhm.
think it's calculated. I'm not disagreeing with, Mal makes a lot of people cry during the entire run, but I think at this point it's kind of like understandable.
Listen, he's the boss. He is in charge of the ship, and he's got a business to run here. He's got passengers. He's got money to make. I don't even know why he would transport cows. That's the stupidest thing ever. But like, if you break it down into the true role
for
of
steak.
Mal, yeah,
It's
it's
more
a
for
lot
the
of
poop,
lot of
though.
shit for a steak.
They ended up eating
Adam,
one
are
of them.
you saying that space cows is not a good business model?
It's
Yeah.
risky. It's risky.
It's
Adam.
risky.
Hey, hang on, let me get on the forums for Eve Online and see what they say about space cows.
Yeah,
Tight margin.
exactly.
Tight margins. You can't. It's hard to make a profit at it, really. Okay. Well, we can jump into the screenshots and break down the episode if we're all good here. There's one thing with this plot, though, I don't understand a little bit. Like, okay, like I guess Saffron, how she comes to be on that planet at the beginning. In like, why? Like, does she target Mal specifically, or was that just kind of a coincidence? And how does this all come to be? What was Saffron's plan here? Was it?
You're right. It's never really truly explained, but I think it's more of like a victim of circumstance, because in the following episode that she appears, she's involved with on a completely different planet with another random group of people, almost note for note the same situation, and it's all just coincidence. She notices that she's probably heard that these people are coming down on a ship. She's like, oh, I have these other friends out in space. I'm gonna trade them the Firefly for money or passage or whatever.
Presumably, this was like a job, like something that just
Well,
but-
it was a job. They even said that in the episode.
But we
Maybe
see
not-
that the guys don't know there's a Firefly coming by until later. Like we don't see that scene until a little later in the episode. The scrappers, right?
Yeah, but her job is to draw them in. It doesn't matter what they are. The whole point
Yeah.
of the scrappers is they're going to catch whatever ship that she brings, right?
She's a headhunter. She's a headhunter. She brings goods to them no matter what it is, and then they do with it what they can.
She's a contractor, Dave. What do you got against contractors?
It just seemed like a lot had to go her way for this to even happen at all. Like, so that's all.
Worldmind says her plan was to trade Serenity for the Scrappers, and the Scrappers knew they were coming. And
Did
Worldmind
they?
also said this is one of the best episodes of the season.
Fair, and I know Worldmind just wants to glaze
this
the
is one
show.
of the best. Like it was good, but this is
It's
this
not
is
one of
top.
the best.
Is this the
This
top?
isn't one of the
We hit the
best.
top at number 6.
Have we peaked?
I wouldn't say this is the best. No.
No,
Okay.
no. I don't think the scrappers knew that it was Serenity. Because there's that line when they're looking at it. The one guy, Acerveda from the Shield, he's like, "No, it's a Firefly. If you take care of it, it'll last forever." And like it's just coincidence that it happens to be a Firefly. I think it really is just her grabbing onto whatever ship and sending it off to them.
Yeah, and then she gets her fee somehow later, I
Yeah.
guess. Okay. All right. I've broken this down enough. Let's jump into the plot, the screenshots, everything we saw in the episode, and talk all about it. All right. Starting off with this horse led wagon going through a river. Seemingly like a married couple with their wagon who are attacked by these raiders or come up on horseback, demanding that they all their stuff. We meet this guy is like the leader of the raiders, and then we see that the married couple, the husband saying, "We don't got much here. We're just newlyweds," and we find out that the husband is actually Jane, leading the wagon with his lovely bride, which is Mal. Haha, and then. Then we find out that there's they will pull their guns and it's kind of a Mexican standoff situation here for a minute. I think Zoe then reveals herself from the back, or did she just shoot first? I think because I think
He just shoots first.
the Raiders say let's kill them, and then I think Zoe shoots right before they have a chance to, and then this firefight again. these guns sometimes sound like ray guns, sometimes like real guns. Like it's a little bit inconsistent. I would stick probably with just the gun. Sound.
It's the echo off of the trees.
Yes, it's exactly how it goes.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with it.
Yeah.
So, Dave, for me again, this started off like, oh my god, we're back on a planet. Pulling
Why are we having another
the
gunfight?
horse, I was like, oh, Adam's gonna love this.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, it occurred to me, like, why can't this be a little bit like Hunger Games? And they have like different worlds they have different things going on. Like, it's all Western, every planet.
Every planet. Like every planet's different. Some planet they juggle geese, but it's always Western.
Okay.
So that seems
These
to
are
be
like the frontier planets.
all
Space
of them?
gunpowder sounds different than Earth gunpowder. You heard it first here.
Solved.
Of course. So
I like
obvious.
it.
Check it out.
Also, such a cool shot of Zoe.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, Zoe always looks awesome. Anyway, so the fight continues, and then it transitions like to the nighttime, like while the fight's happening. And then we're at the dance, I guess, at the town, because Mal made a couple comments about how these raiders were terrorizing the town, and they wouldn't mind finding these guys dead. So presumably Mal and all of them, and they killed all of them, and none of them are worse for wear here at like the little party celebration here in the old Western town. Adam's favorite setting. We see Jane is gifted this rain stick, like a little stick you put upside down and makes little musical sounds. It's a great gift for Jane. He's very happy with this, although he would have preferred a wife. So what are you gonna do? Go play with your rain stick, Jane. Then we see more dancing. I guess this is Shepherd. He's paying last rites to these guys they killed earlier.
Yeah.
And
So it is handy to have Shepherd.
I guess it is handy to have him around. He has something to do.
Yeah.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Always bodies.
And he was also there to observe Mal taking up the nuptials, as we see the first introduction of Saffron putting the crown of thorns onto or flowers.
It's not thorns.
It's thornish roses, maybe.
Okay. You're telling me you've never been so wasted at a party that you didn't put a flower thing on you?
I've never been so wasted at a party that I married
Dave.
Christina Hendricks. I can't say that, but
Well, I can't say that either, unfortunately. But yeah.
I did put on a dress once, but that's another story.
That's definitely not a story. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
All right.
So she gives him this bowl, and I guess this was like the ritual, but this was part of the con. She's like, he's just doing it. He's just drinking the thing. We're the crown. This is easy. What a mark this man is. And and they get into the dancing and everything else. He's having a good time. See some of here of Wash and Zoe having a time and watching the captain dance around. And then it's the next morning. We get our next time jump. And Mal, he's cleaning up. He's saying goodbye to the main leader guy here, who was the one
President Snow, I believe is his name.
President Snow, yeah. The one who gave Jane the stick, like the rain stick. And then Zoe's like, let's get the hell out of here and go on. So they say goodbye and they leave to the fine folk of this particular planet. And then they go on their next destination.
Does anybody feel you shouldn't stand that close to the ship when it goes up? Like
Maybe.
I thought that was weird too, Jody. I go, what the heck? They're on top. Like, the door is closing. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Well,
Might be time to move a little bit.
I think they almost had to say, okay, everyone got to close the door. This party's going to go forever. Maybe that's what these people are known for, is just their hospitality. Anyway, then in the cargo bay, Mal's putting away some stuff, and then he sees somebody through the grates, and it is Mrs. Reynolds, as we'll come to know her. Scares the hell out of him. It's the first of the few scares we'll get in the episode with her. And she's very meek and timid, and everything else. And he's like, "Who are you?" And she's like, "I am your wife." What? What do you mean, my wife? Let's get into it. And that is our teaser for the episode, Firefly. Jim, you like this credit sequence in this song?
I like the credit sequence. The song,
Take my
It's-
life. Take my
the lyrics I kind of dig just because it is kind of a fitting story that's told in the intro. I will agree that maybe it needs a bit of an update to the actual like melody to it, but the lines and the music, yeah, I like it. The visuals I absolutely dig. Maybe a little bit fast. You can definitely see where there's a lot of reliance on dissolves and quick cuts to make it seem more action packed. But
Well, Joss Wheaton got his copy of Final Cut Pro, so that's the reason why it's the same thing for the
We
whole
got
thing.
10 people in this cast. You got to bounce through all the 10 people really fast, and show them.
And that is part of the issue. Like you have to, in this case, it's such an ensemble cast. You want to give everybody their due credit. Now, maybe if they had gone the whole Gilligan's Island route and like doubled up a lot more characters onto one screen. I'm not kidding. The Gilligan's Island tactic. Yeah. It would cut it down a little bit. That way you could either maybe have more bombastic sound to the song itself.
Some more Shaggy. Yeah, maybe.
Some more Shaggy, yeah. But all in
Mr.
all,
Lava.
like if we're rating intros, like, you know, on a scale, this for me is a solid like 7 out of 10 for just all the effects that are put into it. I dig it.
There you go, everyone. We're all wrong. Jim's progress down.
You need to put a little disclaimer at the bottom. The views shown by Jim the Casual do not represent everybody else apparently in this podcast.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
What, though? Worldmind and Draven are very into the theme as well, the lyrics of the theme, because both of them quote it at us every week. So it's, you know, we're pretty divided on
you
this.
Can't take the sky from me. No, it's my sky.
It's my sky. Burn the land and boil the sea. You can't take the sky from me.
Wow. What poetry. Okay, let's
Stargazer also is a fan of the intro song. Okay. I gotta say, I think we've spent a lot of time discussing the intro song and not enough time talking about how many of you are cross-dressers. So we can circle back to that later.
We'll come back to it. Okay.
I wouldn't say I'm a cross-dresser. I'm more of an enjoyable, experimental dresser, I think.
Excellent.
Rum was involved. Get off my back.
All right. So after the credits, you know, it just picks up exactly where we left off with, him piecing together what, you know, he's got this new bride. What are you talking about? Zoe shows up and Jane and the rest of the crew. And Jane's like, why didn't I get a wife last night? All I got was a rain stick. This sucks.
Well, let's be honest. He's not wrong here.
Well, he's
like rain stick versus her. Oh, come on.
Starting to grab at her sweater here. It's a little weird.
That is really creepy.
Yeah. Zoe gives him hell for that. And then the preacher shows up, and they're all piecing this together. Who got married? You know, this is our Mrs. Reynolds. As we mentioned,
I find this very fun. I like seeing the cast like ribbing the captain and carrying on. I always like to see that in shows, and so that was fun.
Yeah, Nara's pissed off.
On one hand, they're castigating him for, you know, being interested or you can't do this, and then the second hand is like they're making, you know, don't be so mean. So yes. You know, he's got a, you know, I don't know where he can't go anywhere. Right?
He's annoyed by it too. Don't worry.
Yes.
You know, then he's and then Hendrix Saffron, she starts crying, and then everyone gets mad at Mal for making her cry.
And Worldmind gave us a translation of the Mandarin here. Kaylee says, "You don't deserve her, you fink." Harsh words, Kaylee. Mal says, "Mind your own business." You'd think if they went to the trouble of making it in Mandarin, they could have said something stronger than fink.
Or like, mind your own business. That seems like something you could say in English. So, I don't know. But, you know, anyway.
Worldmind says, play the audio clip, Dave.
Do I have what audio clip?
He uploaded some for you.
Oh God.
This was so. While you're looking for that, this is so annoying. They really amped up this whole Chinese thing in this episode. I do not get it. Like, I know why they did it, but I still don't like it. I don't. It doesn't add anything to the show, in my opinion. Kevin, do you agree with me?
I absolutely agree. It adds nothing. It's.
I'm trying to figure out why all of you guys are against Mandarin-speaking people. Personally,
I don't know what clip he wants me to
we don't
play.
see that.
I'm guessing
Is
this
this?
one here. I'll play it.
Reynolds.
Yeah, that's what.
Oh, I'm not against Mandarin-speaking people. There are none on this show.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, I haven't found whatever
I have to go pick up my next dress, guys. Let's get this moving.
Chris is referring to. Anyway, there seems to be 3 clips there, but I don't know what's what. Okay. Anyway, so after the whole shock of this, Shepard also says, like, yes, you did get married. And this is like the laws of this particular planet. And then when Mal asks about divorce, that's when Saffron runs off. And this comes later with Shepard saying there's a special place in hell for anyone who takes advantage of that young woman. But that hasn't happened yet. Anyway, so then so Mal goes to see Saffron in the engine room where she's kind of sulking, sad, and she's like, "I'll be such a good wife to you. I'll make you dinner and all this stuff, and this is what I've always been waiting for my whole life, to be married off." And so he's like, "Why don't you come to the kitchen?" And then she's like, "Oh, I'll make you some dinner. Like, come on, I can cook. Wait until you see this."
Also, I really think the wardrobe and hair department and everything did a good job here. They just, like, her hair looks like it's never seen a comb. She's got on a sack and like
Yeah.
a nanny shawl wrapped around it. And like, she's one of the most beautiful women alive, and they made her look very, like, you can't hide her beautiful face, obviously, but they really did their best to kind of mouse her up here and make her look more like girlish and naive and innocent.
Yeah,
and mousy.
Innocent, yeah, I guess, suppose.
They
Innocent.
did a
Innocent.
reverse she's all that.
Yes.
Reverse, she's
none
all
of
that.
Yeah.
She's none of that. Exactly.
She's a little of that. Look at that face.
I mean, it's Christina Hendricks, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, and this is where then after she goes to the kitchen, start making stuff. This is where Shepard, runs into. He was like, "A divorce is rare, and if you take advantage of that girl, there is a special place in hell for you. I will make sure you go to hell, and it will be the worst hell ever." And he says
it's the same one where the child molesters go.
The same place the child molesters goes. That's where you're going. He even pops out of the corner here to make his point here.
This just reminded me of that like meme that you see all the time where like Jesus was watching you. It's like, whoop.
Yeah, like why do we think Shepard does this with Mel?
I think it's foreshadowing for any of the Medea movies.
Maybe
Tyler Perry. Nothing.
Keeping out.
I've never seen any of them.
Never seen it.
Okay, there we go. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
Running
I know
all
they
over.
exist.
Yeah.
But
Yes, I've heard of them.
remember,
Yes.
Jim, we're not Americans.
yeah,
You know who else is going
We
to
have
special
movies,
hell?
though.
People
Yeah,
who talk in the theater.
we do have movies, but do we have those movies?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, people who talk in the
They
theater.
exist.
But I feel
Also
like
going to
there's
special hell.
a
People-
Josh Whedon.
I agree with that.
The people talking in the theater.
I fucking hate that. It drives me mental.
Okay. You want to see the dinner that Saffron has made for Mal? What do they call that steamed bun thing? Banh mi.
Wash calls it. It says bao.
He calls it bao or something like that, right?
No, it's
Yeah, banh mi is Vietnamese. Bao is a Chinese dumpling.
A Chinese dumpling. Yeah. So
And since they're speaking Mandarin, I guess they're eating bao as well.
it must be. Yeah.
Got it. Bao buns are fluffy steamed yeast leavened dough buns from Chinese cuisine.
Yeah, I've had them in like the Mandarin before and stuff.
World9 says it's literally steamed bun.
It's a steamed bun, but
That's
there's
what
usually like
bao
meat
means.
in the middle too.
yes.
or
There's like
something.
a little pork
Oh.
filling or
Oh yeah, they're This is basically saying they're Chinese sliders.
There you go.
Yeah.
Chinese sliders. Anyway, great Chinese slider made by Saffron. Mal's loving it. And then Wash and Zoe come in, and they're impressed with the food. Well, maybe Wash is more impressed specifically. Zoe less so.
He's very hungry.
Yeah,
And
he's
also
very-
wants a wife who can cook.
He's like, "Will you make me dinner?" You know, and like she's like, "You don't make your own husband dinner," and then I don't think Zoe likes this. And
He's like, he's my boy toy. Shut up.
yeah, he's like, "Oh, you want to make dinner?" But then he's like, "No, no, no."
I like how he grabs it later though.
Oh yeah, you get to see. He's like,
That's
"Give
a
me all
great
that."
little. It's a
Zoe's
character
a-
trait you know is going to happen. Yeah.
Zoe's acting here is incredible. Like without barely saying a word, you see the annoyance.
The annoyance, and then
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
Her facial expressions are great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, any amusement she had for this whole situation is long over now. Like it's gone for the rest of this episode. She's like, "Let's move on."
She's
Let's
like, bitch telling me to cook. Yeah, it's time for her to go at the airlock.
And plus, can we give some credit to Alan Tudyk's line delivery and the timing on it?
Oh, great time! And then when he goes to grab the drink, right? And then she grabs. That's my job. Don't you be touching his drink.
Well, and he was only doing it because he wanted some too, right?
He's like, I'll get one for you,
Yeah.
one for me. But,
Yeah, he doesn't. She only brings it to Mal, and he's like, "Oh,
yeah, big old thing of cider. Anyway, then Mal leaves because he's trying to kind of get away from her. You know, I got to go check on some things, official captain things, and then this is
I
where
love how he goes to grab for it." though.
Wash grabs the food. He's like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah, Wash
you're
is
not gonna
like,
eat it.
I'll
I'll
fucking
eat it."
eat it. Yeah.
Yeah. Later on, we're up in Anara's shuttle. She's trying to raise somebody on the communications network.
Well, she's planning her time while she's at the new planet. That they're
yeah,
going
when
to.
where their next port is, right?
Yeah.
Mal comes in to talk to her basically as a friend. He's like, "Hey, can I come in?" And she's like, "No, I don't like you right now. I'm mad at you." And I'm gonna, well, he's like, "What are you mad at me about? That I marry her or that I'm not into it?" Per se. But she's just pissed and she kind of throws him out without much other.
She makes a good meal though.
Yeah, once she doesn't like that she's cooking for him and all that stuff too. Anyway, it's a quick scene. And then as Mal's coming out of Anara's shuttle, he runs into Jane, who's just got the gun and is looking very menacing before the credits.
He's almost got like a Full Metal Jacket vibe going on.
Oh, he
here,
totally
but-
does.
Yeah.
He's like, you never take me seriously, but I'm going to tell you something now. And he's like, okay. And then he's like, this is the best gun ever. You're going to totally want this gun. Uh-huh. Here you go. And he
I love
offers it.
I love how he's doing like like he's like a 10-year-old trying to convince him to like switch transformers. It's like sound waves way better. It's like
At first, I was convinced this is like a wedding gift. He's trying to give this to him as a wedding gift. And then
no,
no. He wants to trade for her.
Yeah.
And he's like, remember that part where you don't want me? I'm never taking you seriously. These days. Where does he has like a funny line about I'll meet you right in the middle of all that. Yeah, but it's okay. But yeah, what's her name? Vera. And everything else. But this is no trade for the gun for the woman. So
The scenes with Vera later are quite fun though.
yeah, Jane's a real bad egg, isn't he?
Yes, that's the whole point.
Yeah, like I don't think there's been much.
He's
redeeming
literally
about
there for
Jane.
profit. That's it.
Like he's there. Like his most redeeming quality is that he's sometimes funny by accident. I guess, right? Like, but
Yeah,
like,
he's a
Yeah.
mercenary.
Yeah.
He's a merc. Yeah.
he's like, what if I just have this psychopath in the command structure of my ship? This would be great. But anyway,
Yeah, but you know what? He's good at security. Kinda.
yeah,
Kind
I might not make him the third in command though.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, then he's
Still better
he
than
leaves-
Worf.
After he runs into Jane, then Saffron scares him again, and he's like, "You gotta stop doing that." They start talking. I don't know. He's starting to like her more, and But then we meet the scrappers shortly after this. We see that they see the Firefly go by, the Serenity. Shall I wash your feet? Oh yeah, that's right. Then this will be a great find. We're totally gonna get this ship and get all the parts from it. It's gonna be awesome. And this guy who was one of the scrappers, he is so familiar. I know him.
It's Acerveda from the Shield. He was the captain.
The Shield, okay.
With the guy who played the Thing, Vic Mackey. Crap, I can't remember his name. But he's the big guy. But yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff. But
was he in Ozark? Was he one of the cartel guys in Ozark? I feel like he was.
I don't know.
Okay,
Michael Chiklis.
This is not Michael Chiklis.
That's not Michael Chiklis.
The big guy is Michael Chiklis. Thank you. Wow. But,
I remember when Michael Chiklis was on the Commish.
The Commish, yeah.
Deep cut. All right. That's so there we see that the scrappers have like this device, or they have some kind of ominous trap that they're setting, but we don't get the full details yet. Then there's this whole scene here back on the Serenity with Wash and Zoe, where she's just pissed off that Saffron is here and the captain is worried more about her than being the captain. And then she really gets mad at Wash for many minutes here. Nothing really Wash is saying is going so well, and he's just mostly in trouble. And she just kind of walks off. Was there anything in particular that Wash said that you understood why Zoe was so annoyed with him?
Pretty much every time he opens his mouth.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm kind of curious to what Heather thinks about this, because my view of this is more like I think Wash is absolutely trying to ease the tension and be very neutral, but I think to a point Zoe's kind of overreacting to everybody defending her or defending Saffron. I think was the whole point of the conversation. I think Zoe even says a line like everybody's jumping to defend her, and I think Wash is literally just like things happen. It's all just random coincidence. Why is everybody so on edge about this and just being so weird? Just let me fly the ship and juggle geese, which I still don't understand that.
Oh yeah, this is where he was talking about all the planets having their weird customs. Yeah, like a planet where people juggle geese, and sometimes people get married by drinking a thing and wearing a flower thing.
I'm also sure she's annoyed because he has been fawning over Saffron.
Yeah, I guess he has.
And
right?
totally enamored of it as well. Not only is he fawning over Saffron, but everybody is. Everybody except Mal and Inara is falling all over themselves to help poor Saffron and her little, oh, don't you wash your husband's feet act? Get out of here. For a woman like Zoe, she's like, I'm not buying this, girl. Like,
to be fair, the Doctor and River are pretty much non-existent in this episode. They don't care.
Well,
River the Doctor did make this face first.
He did make a face. I don't know what it meant exactly.
That's about all the Doctor got to do.
And they can't have River because River reads minds.
Right. I think the whole River reading minds thing would have really come in handy with this, con artist. That would have maybe made this episode a lot shorter, in fact. So we had to take.
So guys, every time that World Mind posts this stupid, Chinese thing or Mandarin thing, it's just making me take a point off, half a point. There's no reason. There's no reason. Can you put that one up again that he just posted, please? Why?
Wash says, "Wada mahata da feng quang de wa sheng."
Don't try to read Mandarin phonetically. Just read the English part.
Her holy mother of God and all her wacky nephews.
Why couldn't they just say that in English?
Yes, that would be funny. Exactly. For crying out loud. This is the stupidest thing about this show now. Like I've graduated. Never mind the damn planet stuff and the Western. This is dumb.
Well, there you go. Anyway, so
the actor Benito Martinez.
I want to know why there's so much racist hate going on here.
Please, Jody.
It's not racist to dislike white people butchering Mandarin for no reason.
No,
I wasn't talking about that.
There you go.
Dave, the actor you were asking about, Benito Martinez is his name. Yeah, he was in the show.
Yeah.
What you know him from? is Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy. He was with the wasn't he with what's that guy's name?
The Galindo Cartel. He was
he was the Galindo Cartel.
Okay. Yeah.
And who's Machete? Who's Machete?
His character's name is Luis Torres.
Right.
And he's with the Machete guy.
Whoever plays Machete, right?
Danny Trejo?
Danny Trejo. It's Danny Trejo and that guy in Sons of Anarchy. Okay, now I get it. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so then we see Mal's quarters for the first time. He has like this ladder that comes down near the engine room, and this is where his bunk is. I guess they're bigger than some of the other rooms. But then, and he's got a bunch of knives on the table. And other tools. But then as he's taking off his clothes, he realizes somebody's in his bed. Hey, it's Saffron. And she's kind of naked. And it's, I don't know.
Amazing.
What's a boy to
do? This scene was surprisingly racy for 2000s broadcast TV.
Yeah.
No side boob though.
It's for today on network TV. I would say it would be.
I just want to know the special effects person that could hide Christina Hendricks' side boob. That is amazing.
What about the special effects artist that hid Nathan Fillion's boner?
Well, that too.
That's called a camera.
I'm not sure why he just focused on that, but okay.
Up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she even says like, "Oh, you got room with those pants." I'm like, okay.
Is that what she said, Dave?
She does. That's what she says.
She does.
Yeah,
I'm not making that up.
That's what Dave heard anyway. He was too busy in his fantasy. She says, "Well, yes, I am Malcolm."
She's saying a line.
Say that in Chinese.
No. She said it in Chinese, and I speak Mandarin now from this show, so it's I've learned it all. And he says no to her, but then she cries, and then she gets like fully naked.
Right. Hold on, I have to address a comment here. They are called pasties, Jody. Pasties do not cover side boob, ass. Maybe if you saw some fucking grass, you would know that. All right, anyway. Sorry, I had to give World Mind some.
Yeah. You had to give him a piece of your mind.
Don't let him get away with that.
Yeah. That's not what pasties are for. Give me a break.
I like Stargazer. Everyone was a winner in this episode.
Exactly. That's true.
Maybe. Anyway, she seduced
Jane.
As much as Mal is trying to resist her and he might be going to a special place in hell, eventually he gives in to her coming on to him, and she kisses him, and and then what do they call it? The midnight kiss or something like that?
The
good night kiss. Yeah. Which is he's been poisoned basically, knocked unconscious, and then he collapses, and then we see Saffron fully start executing her plan. She goes to see Wash in the cockpit area.
Dave, can we go back for a second here? Go back.
Are we laughing because I said cockpit?
Well, that's funny too. Let's be honest.
In the comments.
Go back one more. Okay, I'm good now. Thanks. All right.
You want to see her back?
I just wanted to see her again. All right, keep going.
There you go. Well, she's back in her burlap sack dress, and
Now, to be fair, it only looked like a burlap sack when she had the granny crochet on over it. This dress, I noticed, is quite sheer, this blouse.
To me, it looks almost like one of those lampshade covers. You remember those from the 80s?
It is quite sheer.
Am I that old? Yeah, I guess I'm that old. All right.
No, I had one on one of my desk lamps for a long while.
Yeah, it reminds me of that.
Lampshade. Anyway, so she's getting Wash to show her the stars and this kind of stuff, and she's playing him and trying to seduce him, I guess. But he's married, so he can resist her. Although it really seems like he doesn't want to.
The thing that I didn't care for about this, yes, Wash is a loyal partner to Zoe, which I love, and he backs off and is like, no, we're not doing this. But the first thing he says in rejecting her is, I wish I was anyone else right now.
Yeah, not a good line. I agree.
There was something about his character there.
Yeah, he's like, oh, what a bummer, I'm married. But totally, you know.
I wish my wife was dead.
Just for this moment, you know, and then she can come back to life.
I'm
But
trying
he-
to figure out how Wash can land all these women. That's the
and,
thing.
and a big part of his rejection is like, my wife will literally break my pinky, or she could kill me with her pinky. Yeah,
Also,
that's what it
like,
was.
Like she's like, I get like Christina Hendricks is naturally pretty, but like she's not like you, like she's not dolled up, and she's not like, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, she's not exactly like,
She's not a Nara with the whole get
You know?
up here normally that she would have, right? So it's
Yeah,
So you're saying women are only attractive when they have makeup on?
No, I know, but I'm just trying to say exactly what Dave just said. They have a Nara on the ship. She's, I would say, like a more like that, more so like that, you know, attractive, you know, you would be like kind of make men stutter, you know, kind of character.
There isn't a bad looking woman on this show.
Jeff,
No,
are you trying to
that's
say that Christina Hendricks is an uggo? Is that what
I'm
you're
just
getting
saying
at?
she's not dolled up here, and she's not exactly like, I don't know. It just doesn't make.
Oh,
I just
That's a perfect cut right there. Yeah.
thank you.
I'm not saying she's an uggo. I'm just saying like the character, like these men shouldn't be falling over themselves with this woman that's like basically wearing like a burlap sack of a shirt.
and he's coming across like so like young.
These
and,
guys
like,
are space pirates. Anybody showing up and making them a meal, they're going to be.
he's just
just
happy someone
amazed
made him
with.
dinner, honestly.
Yeah.
But
Okay. All right.
anyway, so then she locks him in, or no, he tries to leave, right? And she's like, I guess I won't be able to take you down with a kiss. So she just kicks him in the back of the head. And
I
says it.
loved this eye roll she did, though. This was giving Liz Lemon, Judge Judy, like,
Yeah.
all right, fine. I'd rather have done it with the what was it called? The goodnight kiss. I would
Good
rather
night
have done
Yeah.
a second goodnight kiss, but a kick to the head will do. And she
Yeah.
does that. And then she sets the ship on this new course towards the scrappers. We see that she's a technical genius, and she can rewire the pieces of the ship very fast. And you know, they even say as much.
Especially
a little bit
those
later.
two molded plugs that completely go together.
Yeah.
They're the only ones there. That was really easy.
I got a comment for a scene later on about that whole thing. So
All right, we'll get back to that. And then she also even has like this like special strips that she's able to
I
weld
love
the
this. This was so
weld the-
cool.
door together and
like the
close
idea
it
of that.
so they wouldn't be able
Yeah.
to get back in there very quickly. Yeah, so she's doing her stuff. I guess at this point she's ready to make her getaway to the shuttle, but she runs into a Nara who was using not the shuttle that Nara normally lives
She
in.
was
but
checking the other shuttle because
she was checking the other one to see if she could get a comm signal there. And then, you know, but Saffron's in a hurry to get out of there. And then this is where she's like, oh no, I'm not with the captain right now. He doesn't want me. Would you want to be with me? And then they start flirting. And then the flirting is like, why don't you come to my cabin or my shuttle and I'll show you some time. And then just when the red alert goes off, they go, you're good. Yeah, so are you. And they all start like, you know, like showing respect to each other right before they start fighting. All
player knows players.
player knows player. Yeah, I think that's even one of her lines,
And
right?
I think she says it later on. Yeah.
This, I don't think she says it here. I think she says it to. No, did
I think
she
it's-
say it to her there?
I think she says it later with Mal.
Yeah,
it says it
that's
with Mal,
that's what
yeah.
I was thinking. But like, that's something that annoys me about this show. They try to shoehorn in all this old-timey Western slang. You know, I've complained about the ain'ts before,
Mhm.
and it sounds so like forced. And then they have the Mandarin, and then they throw in modern anachronisms like you don't play a player. It just like it feels like sloppy world building and takes me out of it a bit, you know?
Wow, it almost reminds me of something like, Starfleet Academy?
Oh,
We don't bring up Starfleet Economy on this podcast, Jody.
Just saying, the exact same bitch.
I don't think Narduzzi's never seen it, so she's not.
That is correct, sir.
So she doesn't even-
You're so well. Oh, I envy you.
She can't even refute
Yeah.
you.
Hmm.
Anyway, so Saffron makes her break in the shuttle. She steals it and is off. And then Nara goes to look for Mal because they find Wash has been knocked out, and she goes down into his bunk. And this is the part I talked about at the top of the show where she's like, "Oh my God, Mal, are you okay? I need to kiss you or give you CP. Is this mouth to mouth resuscitation or?"
I'm pretty sure that's CPR, Dave.
Yeah, it was kind of.
If someone's aggressively doing that to you, they probably don't love you.
Yeah, gotcha. And then so she calls for help. Mal's been knocked out, but then the poison hits her because she's kissed Mal, who has the poison.
I do like
Saffron.
her reaction as she falls down, though. I think it's hilarious.
She was like, "You idiot!" And then
You idiot, and she falls down.
Wait, question: did anybody else have like the studio laugh track happen when that whole thing?
Oh, for
when she
sure.
fell
Yeah,
down?
it was in my head. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
It was
every
great
time.
though.
Yeah, I mean,
It's great.
but
scene.
it's almost too comical. Like it's
Yeah.
almost too cheesy.
It was a hand up moment for sure.
Yeah,
It fits in this show, no problem.
Yeah. Anyway, so Mal comes about, and like the doctor and some of those are getting him going here, getting back on his feet, explain what happened to him, and then the whole time Inara has to be like, and then I hit my head. I totally didn't kiss you and get the poison, and
She kicked me too, just like that guy over there.
Wash says, I wish I had kissed her because my head wouldn't been kicked open now. It would have may have been a better way, but anyway. So where is this where they kind of
this
This
is when
scene
everybody
reminds me
starts-
of how awesome this episode is, though, because I don't get much of the doctor and I don't get much of Summer.
she's not here at all, or River.
River, excuse me. Yeah, Summer's
River,
the real name.
yeah. Yeah, so yeah, River's just
She's
chilling in her.
there. She's there.
She's on the ship, but she is not involved
barely
in
in
the
the
story.
show. Yeah.
She was briefly in the very opening scene when they were,
Yeah.
but after the credits. But that's it for her. Anyway, so this is when she's like, "No, I don't need anything, doctor. I just hit my head. I'm totally fine. I totally didn't kiss Mal." Okay, laugh track hit it now, and then we see that we got Jane gets the blowtorch out to break back into the
I
cockpit.
love how he always looks like he's having fun when he's destroying something,
Yeah.
though. That's what
Yeah.
makes a character. I just love that part.
Yeah, this is who you bring out when you need to use a blowtorch. Then we got Wash and Kaylee looking under seeing what was sabotaged with the cockpit.
And they're both so
controls.
amazed by what's
Yeah.
been done, too.
This is one thing I actually did have a problem with in this episode. These two are talking like they're making Saffron out to be this like electrical genius.
Super
And
genius, yeah.
All she did was like reach down, pull out two wires, and
pulled out some
plug
wires.
two things together, and that was it. I'm like,
Nobody would know how to do that.
nobody could possibly.
The technical equivalent to this is putting in the USB stick the right way the first time. Like,
I mean-
it's like, amazing!
Yeah, yeah.
You're a
Genius.
fucking genius if you can do that.
At this,
Exactly.
at this
If you
rate,
don't
I'm-
flip it twice, you're wrong.
Yeah, at this rate, I'm technically applicable with like a super soaker underneath this thing. Okay, so
Yeah.
like,
All right. Well, they got to sell us her skills, right?
I do like Mal's just like, do you think you two can like not have that little love fest?
Can you actually
there?
work on how to
Yeah.
fix it
Maybe
instead of
do
telling us
something? Yeah.
what's wrong with it?
Tell me how awesome it is. Yeah.
And they eventually, I think, get the computers to go. That plus the what Inara tells them about how she was such a pro, how
Yeah.
she tried to flirt with me and kiss me and all this stuff, and like that she's very much not what she seems. She has way more background like that. Yeah, because she tried to seduce me, and he's like, really? How? Who would have thought? I don't know. It's like supposed to be this big shocking moment, I guess. Maybe it was in 2002. Anyway, so then we go back to the scrappers who see that the ship is headed their way. We got the guy from the Galindo cartel here. Danny Trejo's right man.
Turns
right-hand
out
man.
there's cartel in space as well.
There's a cartel in space, and they're ready to sell your ship. And they see it coming their way. They're happy. They kind of figure out eventually that they're able to get navigation back, so they at least know where they're going, but they aren't able to fly the ship yet. They don't have control. They see that they're headed towards this electromagnetic field, which is called a net. And it's explained by Shepard. Shepard always has like the lore now. He's like, oh yeah, there's some scrappers out there, and then they're
He's
going to
the
catch them.
encyclopedia.
He's the one to give us all the exposition here to explain to us what's happening. So they're going to fly into that net, and the net is going to basically electrocute, kill, or burn everyone on the ship, and then they can take the ship for parts.
Destroys all life on the ship, basically, and then they can.
Yeah,
take
so
it.
because they don't want to deal with survivors, they're just here for the hardware. So-
he says specifically like there's some versions that just knock out the crew or like EMP the ship basically, and then the scrappers come in and gas the crew or get rid of them. But this particular one, it's going to fry the ship, and then electricity does its electrical thing and fries everybody inside. So this is like a unique one, I guess.
Not a pleasant way to go, by any means. Anyway, so they got to figure out how they're going to deal with this situation. I think this is where, like, okay, get your gun, Jane. We need that gun. And the problem with the gun, Vera, is that you need to have oxygen around it to shoot it. It can't shoot in a vacuum. So they need to put the gun in a space suit in order to shoot it, which I thought was interesting.
Well, you do have to have oxygen to create combustion.
No, that's not how guns work.
Well,
No.
we saw them in For All Mankind that they had guns that fired in space.
Yeah. The powder expands the side of the casing and pushes the bullet out. It doesn't need oxygen. Fire needs oxygen. Explosions
that's true.
don't. It's just kinetic energy to the bullet and shoots it straight out of the gun. That's why it works in For All Mankind. Here, you didn't need the suit. It'd just be no sound, which they do. No sound here, but yeah, you don't need oxygen for a gun in space.
I think it's funny that the Americans showing us how the guns work.
Yep, there it is.
If anybody knows, it's them.
This is why we needed the American to show us how guns work. So because we don't know.
Am I the only American?
Yeah.
No, Shaggy.
Well, we also like tonight you are, but
Tonight.
we
Yeah,
got
right.
We
brothers.
also have Shaggy. And
Shaggy.
Shaggy's
with Shaggy.
American. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. But yes, otherwise we're all Canadians here. Anyway, so then they have to shoot out one of these targets, like very specifically to knock out, because they're not gonna be able to get control of the ship in time, but they can basically take down the electromagnetic net field thing if they do this, if they make the shot right. But they probably only get one shot. And we see here Jane with the gun inside of the spacesuit, which may or may not be connected to his spacesuit. I can't quite tell. And yeah, they open up the door to the front of the ship. And does he maybe takes one or two shots before he's able to actually pull it off? But it was
It's like one shot for the grid, and then he fires off. Just happens to be at like the command center for the ring,
right,
which does it blind apparently without using the sights. So that's actually kind of impressive.
Yeah, so he blows up here, and he just keeps firing. And we see here in the scrappers inside their little command center here, they get a few bullets that hit their window of their room here, and they just look at each other. They're like, "Uh-oh." And then, boom, the explosive decompression. They're sucked down to space. Those guys are dead. And then the ship is able to get through. They didn't all get burned alive inside of the ship, so that was a good day for them. And they're like, hey, we could have used your mind-reading abilities, River, but, whatever. They made it through. They are saved, and they, and then we have to go track down Saffron, who's at some kind of ski resort. The Hateful Eight.
She's at Whistler.
She's at Whistler, yes. And she almost seems to know Mal's about to bust in on her. He's like, honey, I'm home. And then
I love this look. Femme fatale. She's gorgeous.
She does look.
She's always gorgeous, but this is a great look for her. Really fun.
It is a great look for her. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, compared to her earlier scenes where she had pretty much no makeup on, like she just can go a little bit more with this.
Can we just stay on the screenshot for a while? I'm sorry.
This should be the only screenshot.
This should be the only screenshot.
I got more, everyone, from different angles, because then there's a fight that breaks out between them. They have but eventually Mal, sort of gets the dominant position on top of her and has the gun to her head. Asks her a few questions and everything else, but I don't know. Like, it was interesting. Like, you think he's gonna kill her? He asks her real name here at the end, but I guess that was just to distract her long enough before he punched her in the face and knocked her out. Which I thought was a weird way to end it. But
I don't know. I think it's supposed to be almost like one brief moment of like giving Saffron a like humanity a little bit, or like making her seem like a real person and not just a con artist. Like you can almost see like the hesitation where she's actually considering giving him her real name.
Yeah, well, they or whatever, but it, I don't know. Like, I get that she tried to, feed him to an electromagnetic net field to burn him alive, but he already had kind of won the fight, so it felt like a little heavy-handed from my perspective. Anyway, then we come back to Inara, who's back on the shuttle with Mal, and she was doing whatever, and this is where Mal's like, you didn't really hit your head, did you? And we think that he's going to say, you actually kissed me and you have feelings for me. And will we or won't we? But then he's like, you kissed her. You're so dumb. Ha, ha, ha. And then he walks away from her, leaving Inara, I don't know, in a certain state. Whatever you want to assign to this. Is she frustrated with his idiotic nature? Yes.
I would have loved if she had also done a huge theatrical eye roll here as well.
Yeah, no, that's would have been good actually. I'm like,
She turns around to walk away from him, and she just eye rolls. Yeah,
this guy, I can't believe I kissed this guy. Anyway, that is the end of the episode, everyone. So thanks for sticking with us through all that, and a lot to talk about. Adam, would you like to give us some fun facts about this episode? I would like to know.
Yeah, I would. And
but first, let's spin it. Here, let's go with this one.
Here's an interesting piece of trivia. Sometimes a local thief will sneak into the factory after having stolen a brand new iPhone. To reward himself for a job well done, he will fondle an orange.
Well, fun fact us, Adam. I
will.
want sexiness. I want fun factiness.
Sexy fun facts with Adam. Woo woo.
Dave, these are longer than the fun facts now. These introductions, I love it.
Well, now you got to live up to it.
And I'm going to talk about 3 cast members.
Jim's selling you hard now.
And Jim, thanks very much for that.
Hey, no problem.
Okay, so let's talk about Gina Torres first here. Okay, so Heather, I need your help here. What's a mezzo soprano?
It is a high singing range. So there's soprano, alto, tenor, baritone. So mezzo soprano is like high.
Okay, so Gina Torres is in fact a mezzo soprano.
Really?
Yep.
Do they do a musical episode?
No.
No.
Missed opportunity.
No.
He's coming in
I-
season
Is
2.
it though?
That's a plus.
Is it though?
Yeah, that's a plus, by the way, that they don't do a musical episode.
She actually was married to Lawrence Fishburne. Was the second wife of Lawrence Fishburne.
Zoe?
Yeah.
Yep.
She was?
Yep.
Really?
For 15
Wow.
years. She attended the royal wedding of Suit's friend Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, and she wore a red and white dress from the Greek fashion house Costarellos. Don't know what that is, but
Well, if you knew dresses, you would know that.
yes.
Well, Jody and Jim can probably advise about that.
It sounds fancy.
I can't afford them. I'm strictly
Your
Walmart.
thrift store dresses.
I'm strictly Walmart. Yeah.
Okay, and then some facts about Morena. Wait a minute here. Sorry, guys. Just gotta bear with me while I flip around pages.
Morena Baccarin, who plays Inara.
Yes. Yep. First of all, she did a remake, and I don't know if many people saw it, of V.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Never saw it.
She was playing Diana. It was a great series. Like, if you like the original, which I really did as a kid, I really liked the remake, and it only lasted one season, unfortunately.
I've
Is it
never
all
seen the
in
original
order?
or the remake.
Is it all in order?
Yeah.
Just
I'll only
had
watch
nothing to
it
do
if
with
it's
it.
in order.
Is that our new rule? We're not doing any of these shows that bounce around where episode 6 is somehow episode 1. And
Well, it was also on CBS, I think. So they're like a bit more responsible than Fox is.
Yeah.
A bit.
A bit. Yeah.
Some fun facts on Marina Baccarin. So she was the maid of honor of her Firefly co-star Jewel. Is it Slate?
Slate.
It's not Slate.
Well, it's
State?
like Slate. Yeah.
Slate.
Yeah.
Huh.
The only Canadian on the cast.
The only Canadian on the cast. That's right. Where am I saying here? She was actually in the pilot video of the show that became It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but was chosen. Yeah. If anybody's watching that, that's a great show.
But she's on like
That is a fun
CBC
show.
now or something. She's on like on Family Law or whatever up here now these days. She's like the lead of that show.
Yep. And then really gained fame in Deadpool as Deadpool.
Oh, you're talking about Marina Baccarin. I was
Yes.
still on to Jewel State. Sorry.
I haven't got to her yet.
Oh
No, Jewel's the only Canadian on the cast. I meant, not Marina.
no, I thought Nathan Fillion was.
Nathan Fillion Canadian? Or he's like Canadian American. He's like one of these I think he kind of is. Hold on, let me have a look.
Sorry, Adam.
He's considered a Canadian and an American. So he's
Listen,
both.
whose segment is this?
Sorry.
It's okay. I can as long as I got the title, I'm happy, guys. All right. So Jewel State, she is Canadian. However, listen to this. She gained 20 pounds to play the part of Kaylee in the TV series Firefly. When the show was later adapted into motion picture, the show had been over for a little while. She had lost the weight, but she was told they were not going to give the part to anybody else, so she didn't have to regain the weight.
Good.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
always
I'm
wears
surprised
baggy
Joss
stuff anyway, so it
Whedon
doesn't really
didn't
matter.
make her lose the weight because he called Charisma Carpenter fat when they worked together on Angel.
That's right. I heard about that.
Wow.
Joss Whedon, he's not maybe the nicest guy.
Now he's a dick.
No, but we do have confirmation that Fillion is Canadian.
Yes, I was just
March
looking at it here.
27th, 1971.
So he's an
He's
Aries.
born exactly 2 months ahead of me.
But yeah, he's born in Edmonton, but he's of French Canadian descent as well.
Natal Fillion.
Yeah, we.
Well, you had to ruin it for me. All right.
Okay,
Jim's like,
so
what the
this is
hell's happening with this
Now,
French?
you all know I don't speak Spanish.
Well,
So
you speak
American.
Mandarin though.
You speak.
Poorly.
Jade does.
I tried, but I was stopped.
No, you didn't try.
Mercifully.
That wasn't a try. That was a cry for help.
I was only reading what Worldmind gave me, so that's all.
Yeah. We can blame it on him if you want. That's fine.
Okay, I already took off 1.5 Mark's visit.
There it is.
All right. So River doesn't speak at all in this episode. It's the only episode where she's completely silent. However, she did have the lines in the original script, but they were cut because I guess they would have made the whole thing moot. Heather, moot.
Moot. It's a moo point. It's like a cow's opinion. Nobody cares.
Jane's beloved gun, Vera, is actually a heavily modified Sega-12 shotgun. It was custom built by gunsmiths Larry Zanoff and Jim Bolin for the film Showtime in 2002 before being repurposed for Firefly. I'm surprised they didn't get the Starship Trooper guns.
Somebody said earlier in the chat, but I didn't have a chance to put it up. I think it was Draven that said it. Jane's Chekhov's gun when we see it the first time, which I liked.
Saffron's seductive biblical quote isn't really biblical at all. The line she uses on Mal appears nowhere in the scriptures. So
I was like,
I
don't think I remember this from the Bible. I don't think I didn't memorize the Bible, but where she was talking about how if you don't have sex on your wedding night, what happens to you or something. It was like
I don't know, your furrow doesn't
your
get
plow will not field or something.
See, that to me sounds exactly like something that would be in the Bible, but yeah.
I bought it.
It's not.
When she started saying the line, and I figured it was something from like the world she was at, because Book brought out that encyclopedia is like, according to the rights of this planet, you were married. I just figured it was like circumstantial for.
Oh, see, now that makes
planet.
more sense. Yeah.
Maybe it was one of the pages that River ripped out of Book's Bible because it wasn't right.
Maybe.
It's no good.
Anyway,
All right,
I always go to the
where was I
Bible
here?
when I'm trying to dirty talk. I don't
Of
know
course.
about y'all.
It's the best place to go. You know, there's all kinds of crazy
Seems
stuff
legit.
in there.
So the marriage ritual is really based on a real anthropological mashup of a bunch of things. But the wreath, the wine, the dancing was all designed to feel culturally coherent, but without being tied to any specific Earth tradition, which is a hallmark of Firefly's frontier world. So, that's what they did. They just brought a bunch of stuff in, and I guess we all bought it.
And some people juggle geese.
Yep.
Isn't
And
that
then
why?
Nathan Fillion
That's not
having
normal?
fun. What?
Apparently it is.
Yeah, if you can catch them, I guess you can juggle them.
Well, that's half the fun. Come on, guys.
Nathan Fillion said this was the most fun he ever had when working on a TV series. And the cast often hung out in the ship's lounge before takes rather than heading back to their trailers.
Oh, what a surprise. The one where he gets to make out with Christina Hendricks is the most fun he's ever had on a TV show.
It's the most fun I ever had watching Firefly. I can tell you that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
In 2 minutes and 16 seconds, the script casually drops the name Beaumont, a planet we never visit in the series, but we do see in the film Serenity.
And we also find out that Mal is from Shadow in this episode too. He's from a planet called
Yeah.
So that was a fun name for a planet.
I wonder if it's dark there.
Probably.
Everybody.
In the actual, I mentioned that River had a cut scene before. In that cut scene, it does reveal that she knew that Saffron was a thief
And does nothing.
and does nothing. Well, maybe that's why it was cut.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I'd probably cut because it would spoil the big twist halfway through or 3/4 of the way through.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess that's about it. I mean,
All right.
Those are pretty good. I rate myself as 7 on those ones.
Those were pretty good, Adam.
I'm
Thank
going to
you.
give you a solid 6.
Are we rating fun facts?
We're gonna have to start
addition
rating
the show
how
now?
fun he gets with the facts. I think
You know what? If that's the case, I'm gonna have to work a little harder. So you might as well start that.
Right.
Hey, I put in the effort for the
Start
intro.
Adam.
You put in the effort for the facts, sir.
You're damn right. I'll do that.
Oddly enough, I do have one random fact about Jewel State that you didn't bring up. She was also in an episode of Supernatural.
Who was she in Supernatural?
She was in one singular episode where she played a creature called a wraith.
Yes.
Where the storyline of the episode was Sam and Dean, when they were younger, they went to this one town. Dean was helping Dad Winchester, and Sam was doing research in the library, and he ends up meeting this young girl there, and they kind of start hitting it off. And turns out that they were actually hunting her mom. Sam lets the girl get away, and then an adult Jewel State is erased.
She's the grown-up version of that.
She's the grown-up
Yes.
version and all that. And honestly, that was one of my top episodes of Supernatural. So I mean, she's
I'm a
still
big
active.
Supernatural fan myself. I watched. I kind of fell off in like the last 2 years or so, but like
That's fair. That's fair.
There's another thing about her. She was actually in an X-Files episode, which makes sense because they're filmed in BC.
Yeah.
But in 1993, and she said about David Duchovny, it was a tough job getting mouth-to-mouth from David Duchovny, but somebody had to do it.
Somebody has to do it.
I'm sure that was the most fun she's ever had on a TV show too.
Well, what else? David. Okay, I won't even get into all that. Okay, let's rate this episode, and put a score down for Adam's new favorite episode ever. Let's ratings. Our Mrs. Reynolds, everyone. Let's start off with Jim the Casual tonight. Get his rating.
Okay. All things being equal, I would give this episode a solid a 7. I don't think it's one of the top episodes of the run for me, but it's up there. It's cliche, but I guess bonus points for Christina Hendricks.
Bonus points for the Hendricks. All right, thank you, Jim. Who am I on? Jeff, you're up.
7.5.
7.5 from Jeff. Okay. World Man, you can comment. Narduzzi, you're up.
I mean, I like Christina Hendricks.
Yeah,
So-
what would you give
And
her
I
out of
liked
10?
it- I liked it more than the last episode that I somewhat liked. So
You mean the one you didn't see?
no, I didn't rate that one because I didn't watch it. I watched the wrong one. So I did watch this one. I did like Christina Hendricks, and I did like discussing it with all of you. So I'm going to give it a 7.5, which is high praise for me for this show.
It's
Yeah,
the highest rating. you
absolutely.
can get.
Yeah,
we do
that
all
is-
like Christina Hendricks. We can all agree on this part, I guess.
That is correct.
Kevin, you're up.
I'll give this a 7. It could have been higher. I'm taking marks off because they didn't explain or give a reason that River is not there.
No,
They
yeah,
didn't
they
even
just
try. They just
Yeah.
were like,
I think
Seems like a
invisible.
plus.
the best explanation is that she just didn't give a fuck like about any of it.
No, they had her in it, and last minute they cut her line. So that was
No, but she's in that opening scene where like they're like, "What? You got married?" She is there. She's there, but she
Yeah,
says
she's
nothing.
dancing. She's
dancing around, and then she's like, "Whatever. This does not involve me whatsoever."
She's off somewhere being cryptic or, naked.
Talking to her
or in a
hair or
box
whatever.
Or whatever.
At least-
like she's busy.
At least on Star Trek, when they needed Troy to not be able to read somebody's mind, they would do something with her, right?
They'd find
It'd
an
be like a
explanation.
music box or some bullshit.
Either that or mind rape. One of the two.
or mind
Oh.
rape. Yeah.
Not the best choice.
So much. I will say that one of my all-time favorite jokes in Star Trek is in Insurrection. They kind of got tired of trying to explain why Worf was always there when he's posted on Deep Space Nine. And in Insurrection, they go, "Mr. Worf, what are you doing in here?" And he goes, "Actually, and then the comm cuts in and they just leave it there. So they can't explain why he's there and it's never spoken of again. I love that shit.
Yeah.
So good.
All right,
And
I'll
they
give.
could have done that with River, but they just ducked it all together. They cut her on the lift or on the cutting room floor.
We have too many characters on the
That's
show.
what
No
it
one will
says.
notice. She was okay.
Draven says, "I figured the Tams were resting after being kidnapped and almost burned at the stake." That's fair.
That's a typical day.
Like
though.
they almost all die every episode. So like it's like they almost died in this episode, and then they're like, and moving on to the next thing, But
You gotta have that tension in each episode. Come on,
Yeah.
it's
I will give this. I don't think it's quite at an 8 for me, and I think it's higher than a 7.5. So I'm going 7.8 tonight. Adam,
Hey,
how many
just
points are left
World
after the
Worldman had
Chinese?
9.6. Man, he loved this one.
Wow. Why?
No, we can't get into whys on the ratings. What's your rating, Adam?
Oh, I'm telling you why. Don't worry.
You can.
Thank you, Heather.
Stargazer says an 8.
I had an
Okay.
8 also, but like I said, I'm talking a 1.5 off for all the stupid Mandarin that didn't make any sense and didn't follow the rule. If it was to say they're not going to swear, then swear, for crying out
Yeah,
loud.
just
They
swear.
didn't do that.
Don't talk
Well,
about
if
your.
you're going to call somebody a fink, you can do it in English.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can. Anyway, 6.5.
6.5. It was at an 8, Joss Whedon, and look what you did. All right, and now Jody, you're Mr. Firefly himself.
I'm just so done with that. Okay, let's do. What was my highest rating so far? Bushwhacked, right? Yeah.
You
Okay.
gave Bushwhacked an 8.
So yeah, Bushwhacked is a good episode. I'm gonna give it a 9. I think it's a pretty solid episode.
All
There were
right.
some faults, but
Wow. Okay.
And
All right.
with that, I think so we don't drive poor Jody crazy. Well, let's pass along the title of Mr. Firefly officially to Jim the Casual.
You can have that title.
already changed the name.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. Welcome,
It's
Mr.
okay.
Firefly.
I changed Heather's name way long ago, and she hasn't figured it out yet.
Jody's just back to daddy anger or whatever. All right. So, okay. So this episode on IMDb has a 9 out of 10.
A 9?
Wow.
Yeah, a 9.
See, the thing I think about this show is that nobody has watched it that doesn't like it.
Well, except for us. Except for us. So
We're trailblazers, folks.
yeah, so this has a 9 out of 10 on IMDb. We're averaging a 7.7 out of 10. So not bad. We're not that far.
That's our high. This is our highest rated episode yet.
Yeah,
I get it for the ratings. Like I said at the beginning, if I liked this show, I would probably really like this episode. Like
If you liked it.
if I was into these characters and these stories, then yeah, this would be a good one. But
since it's not, you're not. So
That's right. I forgot about that at the top of the episode. If I liked this show, this would be a good episode.
It's a good episode, and I do like the show, but I wouldn't put it that high. I mean, I think there are better episodes in this series than this one. It is a good one, but for me, like Ariel is definitely better than this one.
Ariel's one to look for
next week. No,
we're not into next week. Before we move on to previewing next week, Jim, do you have any other episodes you want to submit ratings for what's come before? Over here, you don't have to. If you need time to think about it, it's all good. Or you probably said it in the chat at the time.
I'm pretty sure I said it in the chat.
Yeah, but anyway, we can come back to that.
Oh, Bushwhacked. I didn't get to put a rating in for. Bushwhacked was definitely an 8 for me. I love the creepy vibe to it and all that. Yeah, but I'll have to go back and see what I.
No worries, no rush. And
So Dave changed mine to 8.5. I've been rethinking things.
You want to bring down this rating tonight, Jody? You gave it a 9. Why do you got to be take
he's
it?
just salty that we took away his title.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not Mr. Firefly anymore.
Yeah, that's it.
So
Must be that.
But, like, our Mr. Firefly only gave it a 7 out of 10. Like, so it's a little. You're still higher. All right.
Listen, if the artist formerly known as Mr. Firefly wants to change his rating, let him.
Exactly. We'll let him, I suppose. All right. And Narduzzi, do you have Shindig or Safe?
No, I didn't watch them.
All right. Just checking.
She'd watch him. She
I
was
was
too busy not
entertained
being
with
able to read.
Shindig, and I watched the wrong one for Safe. But the one I did watch is Jamestown, which is for next week.
Oh, that's a great segue. Thank you. So looking ahead to our next episode, it is called Jamestown. Where's my little banner here? I made one. Jamestown. And in this episode, the crew lands on a planet where Jane is unexpectedly revered as a folk hero. As Mal tries to use Jane's fame to move smuggled goods, Jane's past catches up with him, leading to a confrontation with his former partner Stitch, Hessian, and a tragic sacrifice from one of the townspeople. All right. And so, Heather, you've already seen this, right?
I have.
All right.
I have too. I saw that one too.
Oh, and of course,
they
Jim
were
has
really in the wrong order, y'all.
Right. Well, that's what we're calling episode 7. So we'll look out for Jamestown next time.
Some of us can read, some of us can't. Simple.
Well, there's a lot of confusion here. Let's not place blame.
How do you know I cannot read a word?
Can I just mention something that's probably going to put a smile on a lot of girls' faces? You know that we're over halfway done with this thing now, right?
And we get a break because Strange New Worlds
is coming up. Yeah.
Well, actually, don't get a break.
We're also doing the movie though.
You don't get a break.
Next episode of These People Don't Like Firefly. The gang does not like Firefly without Christina.
I will admit that was a good draw for this episode.
Yeah. Oh, but Adam, we don't get a break from Firefly because we're going to be doing Strange New Worlds on Thursday nights. So we're
going to move Next Generation to Mondays during that.
Okay. Oh, that's too complicated to move nights but
fine.
Okay.
We're like halfway through. Suck it up, Buttercup.
Adam is so disappointed.
It's like you only get to eat vegetables now, Adam, and that's it. Like there's nothing else.
Would you rather watch a For All Mankind?
Oh God.
I haven't caught up on that. Did you guys not like For All Mankind?
God, wrap it up.
Wrap it up. We'll be here all night. Okay.
Let's take that discussion offline.
Okay, so check out Thursday for our last installment. this last installment of Star Trek The Next Generation before we make Adam only eat vegetables for 10 weeks. It's Devil's Due on this Thursday, season
Is it
4,
Audra?
episode 13.
Audra.
Ardra.
Ardra. That's it.
Yeah.
I
so
like
look,
this one.
I love that
Oh,
episode.
best villain in all the series.
So good. I love this episode. The cunty outfits, the shape changing, the showing up as Q next to Picard. Love. Ardra. Mwah. Can't wait for this episode.
It's almost like having Narduzzi in an episode.
Are we allowed to say that on
You
this?
got it.
Are we allowed to say that word on this?
This entire time
she's
I-
allowed to say it, and if you say it in an ironic British way, maybe. But learn
Learn how to say it in Mandarin.
yeah, learn how to say it in Mandarin. I think I would be the best candidate. I'm very good at
Swear
Mandarin.
Mandarin for the entire
So-
podcast.
Say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you're saying is say it in the most offensive.
I'll try it out on Michael Chan and see what he thinks. See if I
won't like it.
No, he will not. Okay. All right. Well, that's it for tonight. I think. Okay, I'll play one of Worldmind's sound clips since he played them here. Hopefully, you guys can hear them. To go. Let us go out here. All right.
Every planet has its own weird customs. About a year before we met, I spent 6 weeks on a moon where the principal form of recreation was juggling geese.
There you go. Good night, everyone.
Beam up some Star Trek content with Live Long and Podcast. A roundtable movie discussion with Hey, did you see this one? And take a peek into the darkness with Heard Noise, Must Investigate with Michael Chan. Watch us duke it out on trivial debates. And let's chat about TV with the Super Mater Brothers. It's all here on the United Federation of Podcasts.